For the longest time, I always thought the moment you turn 18, things were supposed to be different. I mean, when you were little, you always used to, at least I used to look up to these adults and just say, damn, they can do anything they want. They have all their rights, all their own responsibilities. They can drive cars, they can drink. So, growing up, I always thought that adulthood would be different. The moment you turn 18, like, I hoped a switch would just turn and you would see like life differently. You would change. What I'm talking about, a drastic change, like something just flips. And if I'm honest, it's not really like that. This year I turned 19, and I just wanted to speak about my experience. So of course I'm still living with my parents. Of course, they still I still eat from their their food. They pay for it. Of course, I do my own things. I work. I have my own set of responsibilities. My friends, my girlfriend, yada yada. Doesn't matter. But is this really adulthood? Can we call this adulthood? I mean, it just feels so weird. When I used to be a kid, of course, if you don't still count me as one, I thought that, well, it would be different. You wouldn't, of course, I'm not going to university yet since this is my final year of high school. Maybe things will change and I will make a brand new video about it. But for now, adulthood is not at all what I imagined. It's like repeating a set of tasks, mundane set of tasks even. And, well, the only difference is, of course, in certain countries, you can drive, you can drive cars, and you can also be jailed. Honestly, that's the only difference I can note here. For me, of course, I'm a professional athlete. I go to international tournaments, and I've been doing my sport for around 10 to 11 years now, since I was 9, yeah, something like that, 2016. So of course that means I could get to decide my own participation in tournaments. I don't need a coach beside me all the time. Of course, that's, I guess, a difference. But I mean, is this what I was always excited about? I'm not sure. I thought that maybe maybe something else would happen. Maybe something drastic. Because this isn't at all what I imagined. Of course, life always pushes you in certain ways, and maybe next year I will be laughing when I'm thinking about today or this year or the year before, because time changes you, and I just thought that adulthood changed me too. Do I consider myself an adult? I'm not sure. I I still feel like a kid. Of course, when I look around, I'm much more mature than certain people. And do I believe that age changes your perspective on things and, gives you a more enlarged horizon, a larger perspective, a larger opinion base? Of course, yeah, age changes a lot. Don't you always have this feeling that makes you think that you were so dumb for the things you've done last year? I mean, I've had it. I was always like, man, I was so stupid last year. I can't believe I did these things. I can't believe I did X. I can't believe I did Y. I just can't believe it. And yet, next year, I say the same stuff about this year. This is how it has always been. So, of course, I think age changes a lot, but does the age of 18 really change a lot? I'm not sure at all. Well, of course, as you grow older, you start to realize more about life. You start to realize how much your parents have been sacrificing for you, how much you have to sacrifice for your family for when you grow up, if you're planning on having one, of course. But if you look at the large, like, general picture, it's just a set of tasks that you have to do. And this is what we call adulthood. It's not about becoming cool. I always thought that growing up was cool, but was it really? I mean, I maybe it is hypocritical, but I'm actually afraid of growing up even more. I'm actually afraid of growing older, growing old, growing slow, losing some certain abilities, getting up, like, waking up tired in the morning, not having enough energy. I have a little brother, and well, when I look at him, I can just see how how energetic he is, and I can also point out that I used to be like him. I used to be just like him. I couldn't even stand in a certain place. I always had to move, always had to do something. But as you grow up, I also have realized that you learn how to be more patient. You learn to stand still. You learn to not always move. You learn to think. And these are absolutely necessary for you, in my opinion. If you want to live, if you want to be able to stand up on your own, you have to be mature enough to do so. I'm not talking about that when I say that it doesn't feel so special. In certain cases it does, but I'm on if I'm honest, it doesn't feel a lot different really. Maybe it's about how I was raised, since my family always had me taking care of my own responsibilities and yada yada, but still it's just different. You know how there's a saying that goes like, time flies by? It's actually so true. It just feels like time is slipping right through my hands. And as much as it is scary, it's also a part of life that we need to acknowledge. So, well, it's kind of late for an introduction, but I'm just a person who wants to make a personal anecdote of this channel, for my opinions, for my experiences that I'm gonna live through, that I'm gonna learn from, that I'm gonna suffer from. I just want to share them all in this channel. And if you've enjoyed it so far, and well, you're interested in this type of content, I'm more than glad to have you as my community. Thank you for listening to me with my first ever video, and have a good one.